Well, merry day 3 of Vlogmas. I want to tell you a little story. One of the things that I remember growing up at Christmas time were the smells in my house. Now, that could go either way because I grew up with 3 brothers and a sister. But anyway, my mom was a fantastic cook. And every Christmas, she made Hungarian pastries. Now, my mom wasn't Hungarian. My mom was Irish. But my dad was purebred Hungarian. And so we made or my mom did anyway, made the Hungarian cookies and the Hungarian rolled bread that had either the nuts in it or she put apricot in it. And prune filling, of all things. I think it's called lekvar in Hungarian. But anyway, I make those things now, and every time I do, I just think of my mom because it just smells so good. All those fresh baked pastries in the house. I always looked forward to coming home from school, and she'd have a fresh baked loaf of what's called kolach, the rolled bread, and the little cookies are called kifli in Hungarian. So kolach and kifli, we had that during December, and coming home from school, it was just the neatest thing to walk in and have that smell in the house. I think I liked that smell better than I liked the Christmas tree smell, because we always had live Christmas trees then too, or the one that we cut down, you know. But it's just a precious memory of mine. I don't make that stuff all December like my mom did. When Joe had his business, I would make a lot of that stuff for him to give to his customers. And when I was teaching, I would always take some in for the break room. And I might do that this year too. Just take some into work, but it smells so good. It's a yeast bread, so you know that smells delicious. And then I don't make the nut filling like my mom did. My mom would grind the walnuts and add the egg whites and the sugar and the pineapple to it. I've done it before. I just don't enjoy the nuts as much as I enjoy the fruit fillings. I don't use prune either. I use apricot and raspberry. Now my mom would cook down her own fruit too. And you would think I would because of all the stuff that I do. I don't. I go to the Amish store over in Shiloh, Ohio, and I get it there. It's worth the trip to me. And plus now I don't have the time. This bread takes 2 days to make. You mix it up one day, and you leave it in the refrigerator overnight, let it rise in the refrigerator. And then the next day, you know, break it up and you roll it up into the different loaves, and you have to let it rise again and then bake it. So typically what I would do is I would mix it up on Christmas Eve, and then I would put it in the oven while I was getting the turkey ready for Christmas dinner. I'd bake it so that when the kids got up, then that would be our Christmas morning breakfast. We'd have the Hungarian bread and, you know, hot cocoa and, you know, that stuff. So that's just one of my nice memories of Christmas. You know, it's a comfort for me to think about it. I love baking, and I don't do it as often anymore because on WW it's just not point friendly. I think I put the Hungarian cookies, that recipe, into my tracker one year in the recipe builder, and I don't remember how many points, but they're a lot because it uses real butter, real sour cream, and it's one thing I don't fudge on when I'm baking Hungarian pastries. I don't use the imitation stuff. I use the real stuff. So it's like an old world recipe that you just don't want to mess with. So I remember the one year I made it for Joe's mom when she was still living, and she just thought it was the greatest thing. And she was a pretty good cook too, but she loved my Hungarian pastries. So, and the cookies are all just, they're butter cookies, just real nice and flaky with I make them into little pinwheels, and then you cover them with powdered sugar. If I can find a picture, I'll show you. I think I have a picture that I can show you of the cookies. Anyway, last year I made the cookies, and I didn't eat them because I was trying to lose. I did lose weight during the holidays last year. So this year, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake some bread and some cookies and send it to my son in Oklahoma, and send some to my daughter. And then maybe I'll make some and have Garrett take them into his work, and I'll make some for my work. And I could give some to Andrew to take down to where he works, which is with my brother-in-law. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that Christmas memory with you. Every year, beginning December 1st, we'd come home from school and Mom had a new decoration up. She also decorated our big mirror that we had in the living room with a Christmas scene every year. And I always looked forward to seeing that. She did it while we were in school. And we'd come home and it was all decorated. And then when we got Christmas cards, because back in those days, everybody sent Christmas cards, we'd put the Christmas cards around the mirror. It was just really pretty. So some of those traditions I have carried on. I don't decorate the mirror because I'm not an artist. My sister is. She could do it, but I couldn't. And my daughter could do it too, but she's in Idaho, and I don't have a big mirror anyway. So, and the girl that my son is with in Oklahoma, she's a really good artist too. Well, that being said, I don't have a mirror anyway to decorate like that, so I don't. That's one tradition I don't do. When we lived at the house, I attempted to do it. It just never was as nice as what my mom did. She decorated it with shoe polish. So she drew it and, colored everything in, but it was shoe polish that she used. So, and then my dad would tell these elaborate stories about how he was, we were going to have venison for Christmas dinner because he had his deer traps up on the roof. And the one year I was just so upset because I thought, we were going to have what we thought was a cherry. He said it was Rudolph's nose. So he liked to prank us like that. Now, overall, my dad wasn't a real nice person. He was an alcoholic, and growing up, he was drunk more than he was sober. But at Christmas time, I think he put an extra effort out to be nice and, try to at least have some good family time. He was a salesman, so I know he was under a lot of pressure. I didn't understand it then. I don't think I understood it until I started working at Walmart. Nevertheless, just some nice memories of growing up Christmas. Our tradition was the day after Thanksgiving, we would haul all of the Christmas decorations down out of the attic. We'd check the lights, make sure everything worked, and then little by little we would start decorating. Not like I do now. Like I decorate, or I try to decorate at the beginning of November, but we didn't start decorating until after Thanksgiving back then. But it's like every day something else went up, and we never got our tree till around the 10th of December because we went out and chopped it down, So, but we did that for a while. Even when our kids were little, we would go chop our tree down. So, anyway, well, I'm back home from taking my son's girlfriend to work. So I'm gonna go up and finish my coffee and wait for my other friend to show up. So I will be back later to finish out my Vlogmas Day 3. Okay, well, it's 2:20 and I've got some of my stuff done. Not much that I wanted to get done, but it was longer at Social Security than I thought it was going to be with my friend. But she didn't know where to go, so I took her down there. Anyway, I'm headed back to pick up my son's girlfriend from work, and then we're going to head to the laundromat because I need to get my laundry done. And after that's done, then we're going to go home. She's going to stay at my place with me until Andrew gets off of work, so I'm going to make chicken parmesan for dinner. I think I've got 12 points left right now. Yeah, 12 points left. So I'm staying on plan so far today. Well, anyway, that's going to be in my other video that I'll put up today on the What I Ate video. So let me finish my Vlogmas video. So today, while I've been putzing around, I went on YouTube and I found one of the Yule-log channels that I like. So all it does is play a crackling fire while it's playing Christmas music. So I've had my tree lights on and been listening to Christmas music. I feel like I should be baking cookies, and I'm trying to resist the temptation of baking cookies, because not only do I like the baked cookies, I like the cookie dough for the sugar cookies. And I've done so well today, the last couple days, and my weight was down today. I didn't want to have that on my conscience. As a matter of fact, my friend that I took to Social Security asked if I would like to go out for lunch, and I declined because I thought, no, I'm just getting rid of all that sodium crap from the last couple of weeks when I've been eating out a lot. I didn't want to spend the money. So I went home and I had lunch. And I'm cooking dinner at home too. I mean, I spent my grocery budget the other day so I'd have food for the next couple of weeks. And I don't need to be eating out, spending more money. So one of the things that I love about Christmas is the Christmas music. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm a singer. And I can probably sing a little bit better today than I could yesterday. Yesterday I would have sounded like a frog. But it's the onion soup that did it. I used to tell my voice students, they had a sore throat, to steep an onion in water like you were steeping a tea bag. Steep it for about 3 minutes, then take the onion out, and then drink the water, the onion water. It's an antioxidant. It has natural healers in it that heal your throat. I had to do that countless times when I was performing. And it really works. And as you can tell, I'm talking normally today, where yesterday at this time, I was squeaking. So, and I feel a lot better too. So I had 2 servings of that onion soup yesterday. And it was mostly onions. And I'm probably going to have another serving of it tonight. Either that or I'm going to take it to work with me tomorrow. I might do that, for lunch. Because I'll eat dinner at home tomorrow. So I forget where I was going with this. Christmas music. That's where I was. See, it comes back eventually. I love the Christmas music. I always have. One of my other favorite Christmas memories, and I don't know if I told you this or not, but we all were musicians. All my brothers and my sister and I, we all played different band instruments, and some of us played the piano. My mother was an awesome musician. She was offered a scholarship to play piano and sing at Juilliard. She declined the scholarship because that was back during the war days, and she was going to marry my dad and follow him around the country while he was in the Navy. And that's what she did. She gave up her music scholarship, which, in retrospect, I'm glad, because I probably wouldn't be here. But, so Christmas time, we would all gather around the piano. And my grandfather made violins. his basement. He had this whole big setup where he, made just about every year he made a new violin. So on Christmas Eve, he would bring that violin to our house, and we'd all gather around the piano. And my mom would be playing Christmas songs, and we would be playing and singing along. And then she would yell, "Switch!" And we all played different instruments, but we would trade instruments off with each other and pick up somebody else's instrument and start playing it. So that taught us a couple of things. First of all, it taught us how to play several different kinds of instruments. It also taught us how to transpose music down from the key that the instrument was in into the piano key. So she would, whether she realized it or not, and I don't think she did, she was teaching us valuable skills, musically anyway. But, and she would have, Christmas Eve, she lit all the candles in the house. And so the only light in the house usually was just the candles and the lights of the trees and the decorations. But that is just, a precious memory of my growing up. So I never got to experience that with my kids. I'm just looking at my slice here. I kind of sliced my finger open again. Anyway, I never got to experience that with my kids. But, and I don't know why we didn't do it. I just think they were too interested in doing other things. So, but it was a sweet memory growing up. It really kind of solidified my musical ability, and it encouraged my love of all music, but especially Christmas music. Okay, well, I'm at the gas station here. I got to gas up before I head over to this next town to pick up my son's girlfriend. So I'm going to wrap up day 3 of my Vlogmas. Happy Merry, and I will see you tomorrow. Look for my What I Ate video coming up later. Bye-bye.